Hello then, welcome to Just Talk with VOO, and this is coming to you live on Heritage Television. Now, the weather here is beautiful in the United Kingdom. I don't know what the weather is like in your part of the world, but it's really lovely and it's warm here, and we are going to enjoy the day as it comes. As you know, on this show, it's a talk show, but you know, it's much more than a talk show. It's threefold, like I say, a threefold ministry. And I use this show to inspire people around the world. We'll be talking about your faith, we'll be talking about your wellness, and of course, financial freedom. So those are the three aspects of life that I look into, because I keep saying to people, if you are in charge of the three aspects, those three aspects I mentioned, i.e. your faith, your wellness, and your financial freedom, you will live a fulfilled life. And talking about faith, as you know, I'm a Christian, and I'm always happy and I'm proud to, to share my faith with people around the world. I'm not in your face, and I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, but I'm a child of God, and I'm always proud to share testimonies of what the Lord is doing in my life with you on my show. Talking about wellness, if you have been following me in the past, you will know that I am very passionate about my wellness, and this is talking about the total well-being of a human being. It's about your health, it's about your love life, it's about your children, it's about everything, your friends, it's about everything that you need to put together to make you who you are. And also talking about financial freedom, I normally encourage especially women to be financially independent. That's why I'm always looking for avenues and channels for you to earn more, to do more, and become more. And I want to ask you today, who are the people in your circle of influence? I was listening to my pastor, I think 2 weeks ago, and he mentioned something about people in your circle of influence. These are the people that you run to when something is not in place. These are people that you talk to every now and then. These are people that can criticize you when you're not doing it right, and people who are happy to cheer you on when you're doing it well. These are people in your circle of influence. And my pastor said you need to watch the people in your circle of influence, because their lifestyles, their achievements is likely to be the average of your lifestyle and achievement. You know what I mean? And that's how life goes. I'm happy to share people in my circle of influence with you. And I just sat down one day and looked into the pattern of the people that come into my circle of influence, people that I allowed into my circle of influence. And I noticed that we have a lot of things in common, i.e. we share faith in common. They are very passionate about Jesus. They're very passionate about loving neighbors as they love themselves. And they're very passionate about empowering other women and other people. They are not necessarily multi-millionaires, but they are very successful in their own right. And these are people who are also happy to impart the knowledge they have, their God-given creativity, into other women to lift them up. So these are the kind of people that I gel with. I'm just learning nowadays to, take things easy and accommodate other people who are not, high and there yet, because we are all on a journey, as you know. But in my circle of influence, I will be sharing the women, I call them powerhouse women, who are in my circle of influence, starting from my parents. They influenced me a lot, and they still support me in every way. When I went down, they are like, we're going to bring you up, and they're still there with me. And of course, some colleagues, some senior colleagues, some friends who have become a strong point in my circle of influence. I was looking today, and I have a very long list. Not so many people. And I don't want you to get this wrong. When I say my circle of influence, these are people that are in my very, very immediate circle, people that I cannot do without. I mean, you understand what I mean. There is no one you cannot do without. I want to share with you Mrs. Doyin Ogunbiyi. She has been a commissioner in Ogun State, Nigeria about 3 times. And she's still going on strong and happy. She is one of my biggest critics in the world. I'm not beaming her picture up yet. I had an interview with her, and the story of her life influenced and changed the way I think. she's still on me. I'm sure she's watching my show now. She's going to give me the list of, you know, some of the flops I make, and of course she's going to give me a pat on the back if I've done it very well. Anita Duckworth Brashaw, she is a lady, a proper titled lady. She is another powerful woman in my circle of influence. I featured her on the show 2 weeks ago. I went to our event. The event went very well. That is one beautiful event that she put together for people who are going to be leaders, people who are leaders and people who want to be leaders, and it was a big success. I don't go to events just anyhow, and that's another thing I want to share with you. If I have to come to your event, I need to sit back and ask myself, if I'm putting my money and my time and my energy into this event, am I just dressing up and showing up? No, I don't want to do that. I need to have an influence on that event. Am I adding something to that event, and what am I going to get back from that event? Because that is what life is all about. You give and you take. You give and you take every time, and it has to be proportional. So Lady Anita Duckworth Brashaw, she's another powerful woman in my circle of influence, and I'm happy to celebrate her all the time. Princess Denwa Adedoyin Sholarin, she is an ace broadcaster. She's another woman in my circle of influence. You see, all of them are in different vocations, and they influence me differently. This is a woman who people even say to me, you talk like her. Well, maybe I do, you know, but she influences me a lot in every way. We may not communicate for 3 months, 4 months, but when we do catch up, we talk sense and we build each other up. Rabuna Stylist, this is the woman who is changing my wardrobe, because before now I was just a tomboy. I can just snack anything and I'm on the move. But she said, you know what? You need to reflect your office. You need to reflect your world. You need to reflect your tribe, you know, in whatever you do. And so she influences my wardrobe a lot. You want a touch of, what do you call it? A flick touch on your wardrobe. This is the woman you need to connect with. Her brand is Rabuna Stylist. Buki Ayoade. Sheun Oke. Wow. Wow. I'm going to borrow a word. Energy. That lady, when you are thinking of energy, that is the woman you want to mingle with, you want to connect with. She is full of energy, and she's passionate about Christ. She's passionate about young people. There's so much to say about her, but she's coming on the show very, very soon, so you get to know more about her. Melida Harris Barrow, Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, she is another woman, a powerful woman in her own right. She's my mentor. She is my encourager. She's my supporter. She is based in Panama. She's in Panama. She's going to watch this program later. I don't know what she'll be doing now, but I'm sure she will watch this program later. This is a woman I want to celebrate on this show today. Before I tell you about my guest, because I have a guest, you know I have a guest. I don't want to break, you know, that. Dr. Melida Harris Barrow was born in Panama City. I'm just going to share her quick profile with you. She is a dynamic motivational speaker, a mentor, a life coach, an international business consultant. One beautiful thing about this woman, she is the founder of Panama World Trade and Investment Foundation. She is a very powerful woman in her own right. But she is humble and she loves people. She loves people. And that's what attracted her to me. She found me on social media, so there are good things coming from that social media. She found me on social media, and ever since then we've gelled like sisters. She's more of a big, way big sister to me, and you know, I kind of look up to her, and I kind of see myself, or how do you say, I kind of see what she's doing. I don't want to say I see myself in her because she's older than I am, as you know, but she is an influencer, and I'm happy to be connected with her. I'm going to bring her on the show when she comes to the United Kingdom, or maybe we do a telephone interview for her. So this is my world. And talking about wellness, I discovered something recently which I have been doing. You remember I introduced a tea, yeah, that will help you to slim down. I introduced that last year. Now that's something I want to tell you. It's not a secret, something you have already in your house. Now people are talking about smoothie and all sort of things, but I discovered something, and I've been using it for quite a while, and it's working for me. Now, you know tomato, and you know Apple. I want to share this with you quickly. I was going to leave it as suspense till the end of the show, but let me just tell you quickly. If you're just joining, this is Just Talk with VOO, coming to you on Heritage Television. We are live on Facebook. We are on YouTube as well. Now, and we are on Twitter as well. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm going to tell you something briefly about Heritage Television before I tell you about this smoothie that I discovered. I won't say discover, but I've been using it and it's working for me, and I want to share that with you now. Heritage Television is a multimedia company based in Beckenham. We are based in the United Kingdom. That is our base. But thank God for the advent of the internet, so we are reaching out to the global world. Now, we are doing dynamic things here. It's not just your internet. It's not your regular internet television, but this is a multimedia company with a difference. We are a team of dynamic professionals, and we are not leaving any stone unturned to dish out professional packages to you. So we are always happy to cover events. We do cover live events for social and corporate happenings around the world. We can go to any part of the world. That's the one beautiful thing about this team. We also offer photography. You know, there's a lot going on here. And we have the platform where we give people the opportunity to showcase their brand as TV shows. So you have an idea, but you don't know how to translate that idea into a television program. Come on, let's talk about it. We have the studio. We're going to set up if you need a virtual studio, for instance, that is readily available. And if you want an actual studio, we can create something to blend with your brand. So get in touch with us, and let's talk about your brand. Let's promote your brand, because we are reaching for the sky. Okay, so back to the show. The smoothie is tomato and apple. Now, I've been trying this for a few weeks now, and I'm seeing a big difference in me, other than the fact that I don't sleep very well, which I need to look into and correct. Now, if you're bloated, if you feel bloated all the time, your stomach is always big and bloated. I've been having that problem for some time as well, until I started using that tea. Then when I discovered tomato and apple, women, wake up. You need that. First thing in the morning, last thing in the night. First thing in the morning, last thing in the night. And make sure you're drinking plenty water. So when I started using tomato, I could notice my skin is also, you know, coming out nicely. My face is drying off. You know, I've been, you know, struggling with, what do you call it, this acne for a while. It's drying off, and I am energetic. So I'm dropping that with you, tomato and apple. So for your wellness, that's part of what you need to take on board. And we'll talk about, what do you call it? We'll talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom. If you are in Italy, one of my vision helpers will be coming to Italy very soon. Actually, two of them. Vicky Iyabo Olawoye. I'll try and bring her to the show so that she can tell us more about it. So if you have relatives in Italy and they need to learn things like sewing, braiding, you know, all the handworks, Vicky Iyabo Olawoye and her team will be in Italy very soon. I'll give you the date on that. Keep up with me on my social media handles. Keep up with me on Facebook to know all the things that I'm up to. You know, I love to inspire you to do more and be more. You know, one thing, I am never afraid of any situation, of anything. Now, it comes, we handle it, we deal with it, and we move on. You are more than enough in yourself, and you are equipped to be more than where you are today. That's my own belief. And in my world, everything is doable. Welcome to Just Talk with VOO. As you know, I am Veronica Olabisi Obadara. Now, my guest today, I'm really excited. You know, when I have a guest, I see them as agents of change. So when I have a guest who I see as an agent of change, I'm always excited. These are people who are ruling their world with their God-given talent. I'm always excited. So I have one of such in the studio today. He is Tolu Akinyemi. I'm going to break that A now on the show. You're welcome, bro.
Pleasure's mine.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's nice to have you in the studio. And you've traveled all the way from where today?
Newcastle.
Okay, so listen to that. We are based in Beckenham. And he traveled from Newcastle to come to our studio to showcase what he does. And I really appreciate that.
The pleasure is
How
mine.
was it, Johnny?
It was smooth.
It's a beautiful thing, you know, when you connect with people differently. It is beautiful. And I looked at this man when I saw his picture. Tolu Akinyemi. What's the A?
Adeola.
Ah, okay. So now I know. Tolu Adeola Akinyemi. I'm going to write that down because I've been saying A. I didn't want to ask him what that A is about. I thought I would ask him, you know, when we come on the show. So when I saw his picture and I saw the name, and I think, oh my goodness, there's something about this person. And that name, that's my younger brother's name. And I look at the picture and I think, oh my goodness, he looks like my younger brother. And then there's a connection. You may say it's sentiment. Yes, this is how we weave sentiment into things sometimes. And then when he asked me to produce the jingle for his book launch, you know, I had to put in extra effort because it's like, oh yeah, you're doing this for your brother, you know, and that's the way I think in my head. And then where he's an author, like I said, I'm not sure if I've introduced him properly. He's an author, he's a performer, and he's going to tell you all about the things he does. When I got hold of his book, the poem collection, you know, I flipped through a few pages. I found something that resonated with me, and I think, wow, this is awesome. Me and this person, we're going to gel, and we're going to move, you know, very far in this world, in this journey called life. You're welcome onto this, to this show. I'm really happy to have you here. So I just want you to introduce yourself briefly because I'm not going to be able to do proper justice. You know, where are the areas you have touched and what you do?
Like, my name is Tolu Akinyemi. Okay. I am a man on this seat, but I roar like a lion.
Okay.
I bark like a dog, and I have unraveled all of my hidden gems. Wow. So I am the author of three books.
Right.
The first is titled "Dead Lions Don't Roar." It's a collection of inspirational poetry for the discerning. Okay. And my second book is titled "Unravel Your Hidden Gems," and it's a collection of inspirational essays as well.
Right.
And the third book, which is the second poetry collection, is titled "Dead Dogs Don't Bark and They Don't Bite."
No.
And I have a new jewel coming, which I'll be releasing soon, and that is titled "Dead Cats Don't Meow." Don't waste the nightlife.
Don't waste the nightlife. Wow, amazing how you title your work, Dead Lions Don't Roar, which is true, because once the lion is dead, that's it.
Yeah, correct.
It's not going to do anything anymore. And dead dogs don't bark and they don't bite. Absolutely. Now, what inspires these titles?
Yeah, so basically, the titles were inspired by when we come to the world, we all have one life to live. And once we are gone, we can't roar again, we can't bark again, we can't meow again. As men, we can't talk, we can't, all of the things that gives us joy, our family, we can't do all of those things. So the inspiration behind the titles are, while we are here, we should find our own unique role, our unique voice, and leave our imprint on the sands of time. Because as we all know, dead lions don't roar. So in the graveyard, we have so many unsung heroes. Absolutely. There's nothing anybody is doing in the world today that has not been done before. A lot of best-selling authors now 6 feet under the ground. A lot of great men, a lot of heroes die every day. So, but while we are here, let's leave positive imprints on the sands of time. We have something unique about us. We have a gift. We have a talent. Wow. Let's put it to good use.
Wow.
So that's the inspiration behind the titles.
We are singing from the same hymn book, because I love to inspire people, with everything I do. And I am also gifted in that area where inspirational words just come to me. And, and I share that with people in my network. I'm going to show you a picture now so that you have an understanding of where I'm coming from. This man here, Tolu Akinyemi, looks so much like my younger brother. So when I got the picture and I thought, oh my God, he looks like my younger brother, and they also bear the same name. So now maybe you will now understand why I am passionate, about this guest of mine today. And of course, I've flipped through the books, like I said, and there's one that is, I said to him, you have written this story, this poem for me. Poem is something I love so much. And I love the fact that you also perform.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't write, you also perform. So I love that fact. So if you're watching us, you're going to have the opportunity, a very rare opportunity, to watch Tolu perform on Just Talk with VOO today. And I'm going to perform one as well, the one that is my story, the one that is written about me. Well, he didn't write it about me because he didn't know me. And I am seeing the book for the first time today. That's from Dead Dogs Don't Bark. If you have young children, these are books you need to put in their shelves. You're looking for birthday gifts for them. You're looking for Christmas gifts. Or you just want to bless somebody. These are the kinds of books I want to recommend that you buy for young people. So it's not just for young people. When I, look through the content, it's for everybody. But in particular, I'm passionate about young people. These are the kind of words we need to be putting in them. As you heard from Tolu, dead dogs don't bark and they don't bite. If we bring these children up with the right content, with the right mindset, they will grow up and they will know that they can do exploits and there's nothing that will be impossible for them. So this is kind of book you need to invest into. I'm just going to ask a few questions before we do the performance. Now, generally, what inspires your writing?
Basically, I would say everything around me, okay. Events, or just nature. At times, the Spirit of God as well. Something just drops in my heart, and I'm inspired to write about it. It could be political events. It could be events around, just basic themes around integrity, about living a life of purpose, and and I also would like to bring other people up as well. In terms of young people, mentor people to discover their own unique gift and talent. So I like to sow what that would lift others up and not to bring them down.
Right. Good. So far, because when I was doing your promo, I went and reflected over the few things you wrote about yourself and the books you've written so far. It's for the discerning mind. It's not just for the ordinary minds. It's for minds that can really think deep.
Yes.
That's one thing that I discovered about that. And you said this is the third in the series.
Yeah. But
this is your fourth.
Yeah, fourth book.
Fourth book. So I'm going to talk about your fourth book, Unraveling Your Hidden Gems, before we talk in next session. About this one. What's this book about? I've not been able to read that.
Unravel Your Hidden Gems is a collection of inspirational essays, and it covers everything from our life to our relationships to celebrating others, living a life of purpose, leadership, both in our career, in our homes. I have a letter to single brothers in there, a letter to single sisters.
Wow.
It's just a collection of it. People call it a life manual, others call it a life Bible, and they discover your purpose, drop the milk and start cracking bones, just everything about our life.
Wow.
Who are you? Because before we can even understand purpose, you must understand who
you are.
Who you are, so
absolutely.
Who are you? What are your core values? And so I have just short essays, but straight to the point. It's a life manual, a life Bible to inspire people to discover themselves.
If you're watching this show this morning or this afternoon, whatever the time is in your part of the world, I want to let you know that you're very fortunate. Because Tolu is talking about all the things that I've been sharing with you on my show. Inspirational words, words to build you up, words to help you do more and become more, words to heal your mind. And Unravel Your Hidden Gems is another book that I will endorse. He has not signed it. I'm going to get the privilege of the author, signing this for me before he leaves. Now, I'll just go through the content with you so you have an idea. Are you prepared? Beautiful but imperfect world. Celebrate people. And then he's got relationships. The current that controls your life, part 1 and part 2. No one is indispensable. The law of continuous motion. The sequel to the law of continuous motion. Happy people, the magic wand 1, the magic wand 2, core values, discover your place, enlarge your sphere of influence. And I was just talking about, your sphere of influence. Focus is key. Devil, your chief responsibility officer or not. The boy died, we mourned. Create your buzz, celebrate your success. Look at that. Like I said, create your world, choose your tribe, and move with that. be with the people who will celebrate you. Don't be with people who are tolerating you. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. The balance scorecard, and so on and so forth. So if you're down and you're still at a point of life where you're thinking, who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? What's my destiny? And you still don't understand yet, you need to be reading books. You need to be connecting with certain people. You need to change your circle of influence, and you need to change yourself, your mindset, and you need to do more so that you can become more. And of course, you can't leave God out of all this. So if you have that connection with God, that inspiration will come, and you know that nothing will be impossible. Because as soon as you key into the fundamental principles of God, He is the one that will continue to path the way. And when the way is opened, you will have the unction to move and possess your possession. That's the way I operate. If something is not working, you need to sit back and check yourself. You need to do a checklist of what are you doing or what are you not doing, so that you can move forward. Now, I'm happy to add these books to my library, and they're not just going to sit in my library. Seriously, I'm going to start reading them like a manual, you know, just the way He intended. So that's the Unravel Your Hidden Gem. That's what it looks like. And your books are available already. These ones are available,
yes, they're available
already.
Yeah, on Amazon,
Okay.
Waterstones, Barnes and Noble,
Right.
Roving Knights, Pataba Books, Bo Books, and yeah, just online.
They're online.
Yeah.
So if you just type in Unravel Your Hidden Gems, it will take you to all the places where you can buy them online. They are available, and if you still can't find them, get in touch with me, or get in touch with Tolu himself, or get in touch with Heritage Television. These are books you need to add to your library. And if your kids are not reading, these are books you can use to entice them and open that horizon for them, because they need to be reading books like this. They need to have positive influence in their lives. I'm really passionate about it. Like I said, there's a particular one that's written for me, which I'm not going to share yet. I'm not going to share that yet, because I want us to talk about your coming event.
Okay.
That is very important. Otherwise, you know, we just use all the time doing other things.
Okay.
You are going to launch Dead Cats Don't Meow.
Yes.
Okay. So invite my network quickly to those events, the different dates coming up.
So I'll be launching my third poetry collection in the collection of poetry for the Descending series.
Okay.
And there will be a launch, and it's just a continuation of the sequel in Dead Lions Don't Roll, Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and this is the third one in the series. This is much more deeper, and you know, addressing so many themes around our life, integrity, about everything. Everything we do covers every aspect of our life.
Yes.
And the book launch event will be taking place on the 4th of April in London at the Poetry Cafe,
Okay.
Poetry Society, Covent Garden, London.
Okay.
And that starts at
have the list there for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're happy?
Yeah, so that starts at 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and is on 22 Betterton Street, Covent Garden, London.
Okay.
After that, I will be in Lagos, Nigeria, at the Muson Center on the 13th of April, Saturday, April 13, 2019, and the time is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come join me, Muson Center Function Room, Onikon, Lagos, Nigeria. After that, there will be another launch event on the 2nd of May, 2019, and the time for that is 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Lit and Field, Westgate Road, Newcastle upon Tyne, and a final stop in Manchester at the Avenue Library and Learning Center, and that is on Thursday, May 9, 2019, and starts at 5:45 p.m.
Okay. Beautiful. Now, those are the dates that this event will be coming up. In a short while, we're going to play a jingle, like a promo that we produced for that event. Yes. So we're going to showcase that to you. But in the meantime, I just want to let you know that Tolu Akinyemi, sitting here beside me, is actually a celebrated writer. He's one we should be celebrating around the world. He's not just your ordinary writer, and I'm glad to celebrate you today. He received an endorsement as a writer with exceptional talent from the Arts Council England. So that's one thing to celebrate. And sometimes we just look at our talents and we don't really appreciate them as much as we should do. But I love to appreciate, people when I come across them. I love to find out, what do you do? What makes you tick? Who are you? That's what I want to know, when I meet people. And of course, through that, I've networked and I've met so many people. And one beautiful thing about me is once I meet you, we connect. We just stay connected. So Tolu Akinyemi is another big writer that we need to be celebrating and we need to be supporting. Once these books are out, let's buy them. We go to McDonald's and all the eateries. We spend a lot of money. You just eat and that's all. And they're not really adding any value as such into your life. But I want you to start investing, especially in your children now. Those young people. I want us to start investing in them now. I'm going to get some of these books and I'm going to gift them, to some young people in my network. Because they need to read it. They need to know about it. We are going to roll the jingle when it's ready. Is it ready? Okay, the jingle is ready. So we're just going to roll the jingle so you have an idea of, what the event is, the launch and the dates again. We'll come back and then. Don't Meow, a metrical masterpiece which invokes love and respect for life. Dead Cats Don't Meow is his fourth published work and third collection in his poetry. For the discerning series, after Dead Lions Don't Roar and Dead Dogs Don't Bark, Tolu shares his gift of writing with people far and wide. Recently, he received an endorsement as a writer with exceptional talent from the Arts Council England. Each poem examines a part of life, a sensation, a reaction, or an emotion. Individually, the verses breathe their own beat, while the collection knits together perfectly to present an idyllic anthology. Dead Cats Don't Meow is written to help you find your own voice in a world with a cacophony of voices. Join Tolu A. Akinyemi at one of the 4 events to celebrate the launch of Dead Cats Don't Meow. Thursday, April 4, 2019, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Poetry Cafe, the Poetry Society, 22 Betterton Street, Covent Garden, London. Saturday, April 13th, 2019, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Museum Center Function Room 8 and 9 Marina Road, Onikan, Lagos, Nigeria. Thursday, May 2, 2019, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The Lead and Feel, 23 Westgate Road, Newcastle upon Tyne. Thursday, May 9, 2019, 5:45 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. The Avenue Library and Learning Center, 9 Victoria Avenue East, Blackley, Manchester. RSVP, tolutoludo.com. Dead Cats Don't Meow will be available from April 4, 2019 from Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, eBay, Amazon, Hataba, and other outlets. It's also now available to pre-order on Amazon Kindle. Okay, you are welcome back. If you're just joining us from any part of the world where you're based, you're watching Just Talk with VOO. This is an inspirational show, talk show, that I created to encourage you, to empower you to do more and be more. And Heritage Television, we are based at Beckenham. We are actually a multimedia company. We love to be part of your life. We love to celebrate your brand and celebrate what you stand for. So there's an opportunity for you to feature on our shows as a guest. We love to interview you. We love to showcase what you do to the world. And of course, if your event is coming up, either corporate event or those landmark birthdays, talking about the social events, the birthdays, the weddings, we love to come and stream your event live. We love to come and cover those events for you. Come and be part of our world. Visit us anytime to see what we do. We want you to be part of our world. We want to celebrate you as well. Now, my guest on the show is Tolu Akinyemi. He is an author, a performer, a motivational speaker. He's so many things altogether, and we've been looking into some of his work so far. He's got beautiful and inspirational titles for his poems, talking about dead dogs don't bark and they don't bite, talking about dead lions don't roar and he's got the latest collection, Dead Cats Don't Meow, which will be coming out very soon. If you are based in Nigeria, especially if you are in Lagos, can I send or extend this special invitation to you to be part of his book launch, talking about Dead Cats Don't Meow at the Museum Center. This is coming up on April 13th, the 13th of April. Mark that day, and when you get there, tell him that VOO invited you. Please, I want you to support him. He'll be coming to Nigeria, and he'll be launching Dead Cats Don't Meow on the 13th of April 2019. Time is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Museum Center, Function Room, 8 to 9 Marina Road, Onikon, Lagos, Nigeria. And for my wonderful people in Covent Garden, I have quite a number of people in Covent Garden. If you're watching this show, I'm going to send all of you messages as well. April 4, Thursday, that is when he'll be launching Dead Cats Don't Meow at Poetry Cafe, the Poetry Society, 22 Betterston Street. You've seen all the details. I'm going to put the details on, on our social media pages as well, so that you'll be there. And if you're based in Newcastle upon Tyne, that's one area I really wanted to go and live in. If you're based there, May 2nd is when the book launch will be taking place. And if you are in Manchester, all my brothers and my cousins and my friends in Manchester, I know you're watching this show, I want you to please go and represent me at this book launch. This is very important. Go to toludo.com for more details about this book launch and the dates. We're going to do a little performance, but before we do that, when I look back into my life's journey, up till this time, and of course looking forward to where the Lord is still taking me to, as a young girl, I've always wanted to be a broadcaster. I've always wanted to, be a newscaster. I've always wanted to be on television. And looking back now, somehow it's happened for me, and I've been in media for about 27 years now. And every day I have an opportunity and a platform to showcase the talent that God has given me. I am always happy. Wow. And I keep saying, I'm successful. I may not be a multimillionaire yet, but I'm successful in my own right, because through what I do, I influence other people positively. Yeah. Now, looking into your journey and looking back as a child, I'm sure you had dreams, you had ambitions. And now as a poet, can you say you're living your dream?
Yeah, I would say I'm living my dreams. As a young child, I used to read a lot, and if anybody had told me while growing up that someday you will be an author, I would say, oh, how will it be? How is it going to happen? Yeah. I used to read a lot of Chinua Achebe's books. I used to read so many, literary icons from Nigeria.
I see.
I used to read so many history books as well while growing up. I used to read more about military rule and all of the things that happen, and I used to write a lot as well. I used to document history. And that, because I used to read a lot, and also I now had the love for writing as well. I started writing on blogs.
Wow.
And at a point in time, I was just led to like, oh, you've written so much. Why not? You've read, you've read a lot. You've written a lot. Then just go ahead and publish the books. And so it was just like it was a major turning point in my life, from writing the book, and especially with Dead Lionstone Rule. After I wrote it, I used to, just...
Was that the first one?
That was the first one.
How did you feel when it was published?
It was a surreal feeling. I was just all over the moon. And for me, when I started selling, to all communities, the British, and even Nigerians, all over different races, when they bought the book, and everybody said, "Oh, we love that book. It's so deep. It's really good." And I started getting feedback. I go to Time Out Market in Newcastle.
Wow.
I sell on market days, and people like, wow. Some people say, "Oh, my daughter was reading your book. We really loved your book."
Amazing.
And so all those feedback, they were like, wow, this is like a dream. And that I now felt inspired to continue writing. And I never knew. Dead Lionstone came out in September 2017. Okay. And now this is 2019 April. My fourth book is coming out here, so amazing. I owe it all to God Almighty, because on my own I don't think I would have achieved all of this, but it's with the power of God. My fourth book, and Dead Cats Don't Meow, it's an amazing book, which I would definitely recommend for everybody. Yep. I talked on so many salient issues, both political, with our life integrity.
Amazing.
You know, just encouraging people, inspiring them to like follow their own path, and that is the theme my book addresses as well.
Wow.
Find your own unique role, find your own voice, and make a difference while you have the breath in you.
Yes.
Roar.
Roar. Yes. And can I just drop this with you? Whatever you do as you go on in this journey in life, whatever you do, whatever you encounter, do not stop writing.
Thank you.
Do not stop writing.
Thank you.
Because you have messages
Thank you.
for so many people. And I pray that this message will reach the uttermost part of the world.
Amen.
You see, that's one thing we don't understand. We think is when you are on pulpit and you're preaching from the Bible, we think that's when you are a messenger from God. Do you know we are all messengers from God, and God expects us to perform on His behalf wherever He has put us. We are going to perform now. We don't need to stand up. We're just going to sit down and take it easy. Now, he's written about 3 series, and he's got 4 books. Four books published already. I've managed to flip through some of them, but I've chosen this one. Dead Dogs Don't Bark. Sometimes we say don't judge a book by its cover, but when I saw the book and the title and everything, I said, yeah, I can judge this one. I have an idea, I can judge this one. But I was disappointed because I thought I had an idea, because I had another idea in my head, until I opened the book and I saw, oh my goodness, this is quite different. These poems are different. Some of them are short, brisk, but they are very deep. I'm a very deep person, you know. I think deep. I'm very spiritual as well. I think very deep. And when I see deep things, I appreciate where they have come from. Who am I? You need to choose your own. Okay. The one you're going to perform.
I'll start with Dead Lions Don't Roar.
Dead Lions Don't Roar, okay. I have chosen Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and They Don't Bite. And then, if you know me very well, and if you have been following me on social media, you will understand by the time I end it why I have chosen this. Who am I? The part 2 of it. There's the part 1, but I won't bore you too much. I'll just go on to the part 2. I am a victor, not a victim. I have faced rejection. Negative news brought dejection, but I choose to hold on to God. Our love so strong, it feels like a bond. I choose to live by faith. My God is never too late. The bad season is not my fate. He will work it out at His pace. I am a child of mercy. Life's problems, so much of everything was messy. I wanted to give it all up. Please take it away. I hate this cup. My goal was to get to the top. Life's fairy dirt thrown my way, and that's what's up. No pain, no gain. It's new season, enjoying the new rain. Adversity made me strong. I am no longer faint. I am who I say I am. And through life's raging storm, I choose to be calm. The words I speak are a balm. Listen to me, O Son of Man. I am the chosen one. Life's turned out to be so much fun. The night's no longer long, so close to the top rung. I was first a fighter. My gift was to be a writer. So many battles I have won, so many times I have been wrong. Countless times I was lost, or I have lost. The quest has always been to be the first. I have made mistakes. I tried my best to be original, not a fake. My life is mine to make. You are who you say you are, and that is my take.
Amazing.
Right, right. Okay, we're going to go to yours before I now break it down.
Okay.
So let's hear your performance.
So I'll perform it Dead Lions Don't Roar. Before I start, as it's my trademark, I will give a roar. Roar! Can you also roar? Roar! Dead lions don't roar. As tranquil, like the still waters. Their legendary status, now history. a history soon to be forgotten. In the graveyard lay many unsung heroes. 6 feet under the ground, therein abide great potentials, depriving the world of the benefit of their ideas. We suffer not for lack of talent. Many a talent bestrow the earth, like buzzing bees besieging the honeycomb. The best of men have been laid to rest with ideas confined within. The talented musician with no song to his name was buried with his gift and talent in harmony. Use your gift while you can. As dead lions don't roar, the memories of them do fade away with the eras. Thank you.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. Well done. Now, why I say you wrote that for me, or why I think you wrote that for me, I'm going to share with you quickly something that I put on Facebook on Sunday, I think.
Wow.
Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I said, and I'm going to share with you and the rest of the people. Recently, I had a very unpleasant experience, and I wanted to have a change of heart. But the Holy Spirit opened my eyes to the reasons I must swallow my pride and endure the unpleasant experience. The Holy Spirit dropped in my heart that many destinies are attached to my actions. And if I endured this process, so many visions will come to fruition. Okay? After that encounter, I wept like a baby, you know. But because before that, I really wanted to quit. You know, I got to that point where I thought, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it anymore. You know, but then when the Holy Spirit dropped that, I'm like, oh my God, my hands are tied. So it seemed to be the right thing for me, for my ego and for my self-respect. The right thing was like, just quit, just go, just mellow out. Then I also remembered Jesus wished that the cup would pass him by. But nah, God had other plans. An adage in Yoruba says, if you don't eat yam because of palm oil, you will eat palm oil because of yam. Labor pain is unbearable, but remember, we bear the pain to hold and behold our bundle of joy. If God says, tarry here, please, my lovelies, obey with total surrender. So these are the kind of things I share, you know, with people in my network. And when I saw that write-up, and I thought, wow, this is my story, you know, this is about me. Because, you know, I'm a victor. I'm a victor. I never accept I'm a victim of anything. Because at the end of it, I learn from the mistakes or, you know, whatever unpleasant situation has happened to me. I learn from it and I move forward. And I love to put people up with me when I'm going up. I love people to, you know, to come up. I love many people to come up in my network, and that's the kind of, you know, person I am. If you have been watching this show, then you will understand why I said every child, and I know what I mean when I say every child must have collections of Tolu's poems. They are strong, they are inspiring, and this is the kind of mindset we want to give our kids. Like, don't waste a single moment of your life on anything, because you're created for a purpose and you must fulfill that purpose. This book will help them. I know I've met so many authors who write on different subjects and genre, but this is quite different. This is the first time I'm coming across collections. So many. Where are you getting these things from? So many of them, and each one of them sending strong messages, you know, to people. There's one that says, I am first a Nigerian. In creed and deed, through my bloodstreams, I am first a Nigerian by birth and heritage. And this is exactly what I said to people. It doesn't matter how many colors of passports you have. You have an origin. You know, and you can't forget that origin. I'm first a Nigerian, now a global citizen. You know, in my room, when I'm in my bedroom, I'll sit down sometimes and I'll say, you know what, I'm a global citizen. I can go to any part of the world I want to go to. Not that I can do it now physically, but that's the way I'm seeing myself. I'm not done yet. I'm going to be 50 next year. But that year is going to be like a year of celebration. That's the year I want to celebrate all the wonderful people, you know, that I've been influencing and who have been influencing me. Rather than celebrate my birthday, I want to celebrate those people on that day. That's, you know, that's the vision.
Amazing.
Amazing. So we're talking so much about your book. Let's talk about Dead Cats Don't Meow, because that's the reason we are here today. Just share with me a bit of the content of that one.
Yeah, so basically for Dead Cats Don't Meow, I have themes around integrity.
Okay.
I have themes around, I had a poem on 2015 when it was said that Nigeria was going to break up. So I have a poem on Ebola.
Right.
Yeah, so celebrating Dr. Stella Adadevo, and you know, our hero. So that was just to celebrate her life. I also have a poem on. I have a poem on South Shield. So I write about places, about events. I wrote on why I read. So just to encourage people to read. I have poems around Be Booktiful. So I encourage people to read as well, to embrace that. I have various themes on love, on politics, and integrity within nation building as well. Yeah. And I have a poem on humility. Okay. Yeah, so and the one on humility was just talking about we should, no matter, I said beauty without a pleasant attitude is like a plate of fried yam without plantain. Oh. That was the ending of that.
All right. Now, the Ebola aspect that you spoke about now, can you, like a sneak preview, I know the book is not out yet, like just a sneak preview of that.
Okay.
If you can just share with us what that, just share with us what the poem is.
Yeah, so the poem basically is just it was talking about how Dr. Stella Adadevo saved the nation from what would have been a great calamity that would have led to the ostracization of Nigeria amongst the community of nations, and that would have led to so many, because she was under severe pressure to release the Liberian Charles Sawyer that came into the nation at that particular point in time. And it would have been a catastrophe of of great proportions. Yes. Yeah, it would have been a great disaster. So I felt like Dr. Stella Adadevo memory needs to continually be celebrated in Dead Cats Don't Meow. In the book I have a poem about Oshodi in Nigeria, and it was just talking about Oshodi, now finding its way back into reckoning, and the days of the big Mulwe bosses, where before Dora brought her aura,
Wow, we need to read that.
And put the madness where out, and I was talking about Oshodi being a community without rules, waves overflowing, like water splashed. Overflowing is water overflowing is riverbank, and so that was the one about Oshodi. I wrote one about Ojota Park as well. Right. So it was just about like different teams within Nigeria, and I wrote one on Brexit as well. Brexit is a bitter, Brexit, see you later, and all the effects of Brexit and migrants being treated like unwanted remnants, and
you are something else.
The fast as we call what we call Brexit today, migrants treated like the exit that is like the bitter pill. Right now, it's causing a lot of chaos in the land. Yeah, so and it's a book filled with so much and so much of amazing content.
So I'm going to share the content from Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and They Don't Bite, if you're just joining us. Who Am I, Part 1. Who Am I, Part 2, Individual Affair. Sweet Dreams, ICM. What's ICM? Page 7, I'm tempted to go in that. Sweet Dreams, ICM. I come to work and see you all staring at your system with a gaze. ICM has just put you all in a daze. I see. So what does that mean?
So ICM is institutional cash management. So I didn't tell you I work within the financial services industry. Right. So apart from writing, I'm a financial crime compliance consultant. Okay. So I work with leading investment banks to define anti-money laundering policies and ensure that we have a safer financial systems. Wow. Yeah, so that's what I do. And
so that's your day job?
That's my day job, yeah. And the reason why, I'm so passionate about young people as well is that I want young people to know that even as a professional, it's not a crime to have a gift. No. You can be a professional, have a career, and still put your gift to use. You can still write, you can sing, you can draw, you can do there's so many. You can play football. There are so many things you can do. But so we are trying to show young people that yes, good, express your talent, but don't say because I'm talented now I can't work it, I can't have a day job, I can't contribute to the economy, and there's so much we can do. And so and I think I have a poem on stop knives on lives, and
right, that's the one we need now.
In Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and that's just to tell young people that it's not about stabbing one another, it's not about killing one another, but you can live a worthwhile life, you can do amazing, and that's on page 98. Stop knives on lives, and you can do so many amazing things with your life, with your career, and even with your talent.
Of course, there's a message coming out from there again for the young people. If you're watching us or you're the parent to young people, I came across some young people a while ago, and we were talking about uni and so on and so forth. And a few of them said to me, "Oh, auntie, we don't need to do uni. You know, we just want to sing, we just want to rap, And I said, if you get to a point in life and something happens and you don't have an opportunity to do this rap that you want to do, you say, "Oh, auntie, don't worry about that. We'll always find a way." I said, "No, I've been through a journey, and I just want to share with you that life is not a straight journey. There'll be bends and corners and pits, and you know what. But if you have a degree, for instance, you have something to fall back on. So if you can sing, you can rap, or you can play the guitar or something, they'll just be additional. So if anything happens, you have something to fall on. So you know, it's just to resonate with what you mentioned. So you're a young person, you're watching us. It's all right to have a gift, and it's beautiful to be able to use and utilize that gift positively. But most importantly, it's also good to get that education. You know, go and get that degree. It's very important so that you can enlarge your coast. That's the important thing. And so thank you very much. We're going to look into another one. You've got this, the other one.
Dead Lions Don't Roar.
Dead Lions Don't Roar. We're going to look into that, the content of that. Okay, I have that. We're going to look into the content of Dead Lions Don't Roar. And maybe we should do one performance each as well.
All right.
Growing old hearts don't wind the clock. Okay, I'm just going to read the preface at the back. Where is that one? And then we do a performance. So Dead Lions Don't Roar, which is the one I'm holding now, is the first published work drawn from inspiration from the book of Ecclesiastes in arriving at the title for the book. So the title is actually drawn from the book of Ecclesiastes. That's the Bible now. And the book teaches pure wisdom in purely relational form, drawing from the author's 10 years plus of blogging experience at www.toluakinyemi.com. So if you want to experience his write-ups, you can visit that website, toluakinyemi.com. Writing on topics that include personal development, motivation and leadership, relationships, you know, just like you mentioned earlier. And I'll share with you quickly the contents. If Men Were God, Part 1 and 2, Mother or Monster-in-Law. Tell me about it. Coming Back Soon, 12 Yards, My Mother, Who Will Tell Sister Vicky, Bolaji, Blame Not the Devil, People on the Bus, Prodigal Sons, Cupcake, Ebora Jesu, The Other Room. The Other Room. Yeah, with the white that came from.
The Other Room.
The Other Room. We know where that came from. Lack of Money, Chemistry, Auntie Banke, Brother Smart, Offering Time, I like that. Fire in the Tower, Before Social Media, and so on and so forth. So you're going to pick one that you perform, and I'll just look at the one I can perform as well.
I'll be performing Father.
Father, okay.
On page 109.
109. Okay, Father. I'll go with you to page 109.
And that's to celebrate all the fathers worldwide and every father watching me and watching this show. Fathers do a lot of work, and yes, our mothers too, they do amazingly well, but this is for the fathers.
And this is dedicated to your teacher and counselor.
Yeah, my dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
And all the fathers, all the great fathers worldwide.
And all the fathers, okay.
Father, a shoulder for all, bolder than all, like a soldier on the battlefront, confronting all of life's many troubles, dreams forgone for the greater good, sacrifices unending for the greater good, a repertoire of wisdoms the schools can't teach, A teacher and a counselor. Counsel the world can't give. My father, my defender. A defender the Premier League can't afford. My father, my friend. A friend like no other.
Oh, amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you.
Amazing. And this is what fathers should be. If you're a father, your father at home, your runaway father, if you're a father, if you're old enough to father somebody, this is like a manual. Who you should be to the young people, to the children, not just your own biological children, your spiritual children, other people's children. I remember when we were growing up, the whole community was raising up back home in Nigeria. So it's not just about your parents. Yeah. When you're out, you behave.
Yes.
Because you don't know who is watching. To complement that, I'm going to do the one you called My Mother.
Great.
My mother, her husband calls her blessed, her children's delight. Looking for that virtuous woman, wander not afar, she lived in our time, my mother. A pillar of support to all and sundry, the steady root behind the Iroko tree. She arises in the morning with strength and valor, peace and tranquility she brings to bear, my mother. Dad's answered prayers, a blessing to her clan, lover of God and his creations, my mother, retired but not tired. How she loves wisdom and the quest for knowledge, a teacher of teachers, my mother and my pride. And if you're watching us and you're watching Iroko tree, there's actually, Iroko tree is a large hardwood tree from the west coast of tropical Africa that can live up to 500 years. And the poet, Tolu, he says, the poem is a tribute to my darling mother. I celebrate your wonderful and unblemished career in the civil service, and on behalf of all the children you taught, the lives you shaped and molded, I celebrate you always. Oh, this is awesome.
Thank you.
Sometimes I look back and, I come to myself and I imagine, what will my children say about me to people? What will they say about me when I'm gone? How do my children talk about me to other people? And how do they see me? Sometimes I want to get into their head to find out, am I really performing as a mother? Are you happy and proud that I am your mother? You know, if you're coming again and you have an opportunity to choose, would you choose me as a mother? You know, and all these things happen in my head. And all I can do is love them, nurture them, discipline them, provide for them, support them, be there for them, pray with them. You know, that's all we can do.
Yes.
And we leave the rest to God. I hope one day my kids will be able to say all this about me. It's very emotional. It's very, very touching.
Thank you.
But your works are wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I must admit, your works are wonderful. I don't have much more to say again, because we can go on and on talking about this. But we're just going to run through the invite again. I'm going to allow you to run through the invite so that you are inviting them by yourself. And then we do the promo once again before we go.
Okay. So I would like to invite you to the launch of my new poetry collection, Dead Cats Don't Meow, Don't Waste the Nightlife. And that is the third in my poetry for the descending series. The first being Dead Lions Don't Roll. The second is Dead Dogs Don't Bark. And the new one is Dead Cats Don't Meow, Don't Waste the Nightlife. And the book launch event will be taking place at the Poetry Cafe, Poetry Society, 22 Betterton Street, Covent Garden, London, on the 4th of April 2019. I repeat, the venue is the Poetry Cafe, the Poetry Society, on the 4th of April 2019, and the time is 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And the second book tour, book reading and signing event will be at the Muson Center on the 13th of April 2019 in Lagos, Nigeria. So if you are watching this show or you watch this show, just come and say from the VOO show, and I will be so happy to see you. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be so exciting. I'm so much looking forward to this book because it touches so much on a lot of issues in our society and how we can. So it's just me lending my voice on some topics that people would generally shy away from. Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to having you around and to come celebrate the day with me. And the date is April 13, 2019 at the Muson Center Function Room, and the time is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if you're in Newcastle, the train moves to Newcastle on Thursday, the 2nd of May 2019, and the time is 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Lit and Field. That's near the Central Station in Newcastle, 23 Westgate Road, Newcastle upon Tyne. And finally, Manchester, I'll be looking forward to having people from Manchester on the Thursday, the May 9, 2019. Okay. I know there are so many people in Manchester that will be interested in something like this. Bring your kids, just come and celebrate with me. Yes. It's at the Avenue Library and Learning Center, 9 Victoria Avenue, East Blakely, Manchester. And that's Thursday, May 9, 2019, and the time is 5:45 p.m. And all of the events surrounding the book launch, all the details is on my website, toludo.com. And you can also check out Eventbrite. Just type into Eventbrite, Dead Cats Don't Meow, and it will bring out all the 4 locations, and you feel free to pick your choice. Either you're in London, in Manchester, in Newcastle, in Lagos, Nigeria. Come, let's celebrate this noble achievement. Yes. And I hope you also will be inspired to put your best foot forward, write that book, sing that song. Just do it, and banish the voices that say you can't. Like one of the poems in Yes You Can, in Dead Dogs Don't Bark. A lot of people will tell you can't do, you're not good enough, but in truth you can rule your world, you can be a champion. So but the onus is on you to just do it. And one of the secrets is shun procrastination. Because I will do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes around. But if you have that dream, just go all out for your dreams. Go all out and achieve it. Don't say, I will do it tomorrow, because the truth is tomorrow never comes around. So looking forward to seeing you at all of my events. More information is on toludo.com.
All right, thank you so much for the invite. And so if you're watching us, this is Just Talk with VOO coming to you on Heritage Television. So I am specially inviting you again to that book launch event. You've got many places where it's happening, so you can't say, it's not close to me. One of these events, centers must be close to you. And you know what you can do? Take the kids with you. Take the kids. Let it be like a family day out. Take the kids with you, and you need to get the books for them by all means. The book is written in very plain language, so everybody can read it and understand it. And so this is a special invitation. Like I said, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. But just before you run, let's roll that promo once again, and then I'll just round off with the message I have for you today.
Heritage Television. Promoting African culture and heritage at its best. From talk shows that concern you to both local and international news that relates to you. From grassroots football to African children's programs. Heritage Television. We cover your social and special events like weddings, birthdays, church anniversaries, and so on, and broadcast them live on our apps and online. Heritage Television, broadcasting everything about culture and heritage. Heritage Television. We've got it covered. Do download our apps on both Android, iOS, and Windows mobile platform. Heritage Television, your very own TV station.
Okay, welcome back. It's been a wonderful break. We're not off yet. We're not finished yet. I was going to play the promo, but never mind. We'll still continue to use the promo on this platform so that you get to know all the dates and you get to hear about it, because you're specially invited by myself and of course by the poet himself, Tolu. I just wanted to appreciate the people at home who's been watching the show before we run off.
Thank you very much, everyone who has watched this show, and I will be looking forward to meeting you either at any of my events. My books are available on Amazon, on Waterstones, Barnes and Noble, in Nigeria, Roving Light and Pataba Books. And thank you so much for listening. And I would very much appreciate seeing you at any of the events, buying the books, and supporting the Tolu Akinyemi brand.
Okay,
thank you so much.
It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Rio.
Right. So just before I go, a quick look again. I was talking about the women in my circle of influence, and I didn't finish mentioning that. Look, I have loads of women. It's not just the ones I'm mentioning. But I want to share the world with you, and I want you to connect with them. I want you to tap from their success, and I want you to tap from their wisdom and connect with them. You will have something to share with them as well. Network, collaborate, do what you have to do, but make sure you are supporting a woman out there or a man out there as you can. Mrs. Donyo Gumbi, like I said, has been a 3 times commissioner in Ogun State, Nigeria, and she's still on. She's still on. Another government is going to come and they're still going to, ask her to come and do some work for them. That's how it's been. Rabona Stylist is the woman in charge of my wardrobe. I am not there yet. As you can see, I'm still working on my wardrobe because she keeps telling me, oh, don't come by that color, come by that color. This is your shape and so on and so forth. But it's working. I'm following her instructions and I'm seeing a big difference in my wardrobe. And so, Buki Ayuade, thank you, sis. Thank you very much, sis. I appreciate your support. Rabona Stylist. Shewun Oke, this is one energy in motion. She won't let me rest. We are always into something. We're always doing something. She's very active. Impacting positively the young people, empowering women and men, sharing wellness messages and products. She's going to come on this show very soon. Cantayon Fernandez. This is one woman I have wanted to meet, and I met her at Lady Anita's event 2 Saturdays ago, I think now. And straight away, I could identify her as one of my tribes, as a member of my tribe. And we will be working together on a project that I'm putting together very soon. She'll be visiting us next week, I think. I confirmed that. She'll be visiting us and she is going to support me to achieve something great. Cantayon Fernandez, she's also an inspirational speaker. She's a coach and mentor. Vicky Iyabo Olawoye, I have not seen a woman who gives selflessly like this woman in my life. She's never tired of impacting. She's never tired of supporting and empowering people, women, youth, young people. She is just on the ground and she's always giving. I just pray that God will continue to bless her ministry. She will be going to Italy with her team very soon for some empowerment workshops, free for the people. Pastor Mrs. Reni Okunawa, she's my mother in the Lord. She's my pastor's wife. That's another woman I respect so much. I'm just getting to know her more and more, and the wonderful work that God has put in her hand. Lady Anita Duckworth Bradshaw, she is the powerhouse woman herself. That's the powerhouse, the engine room herself. This woman influences me all the time through her work, through her encouragement, through coaching and mentoring. Princess Denwade Doinshulari, how will I mention everybody without mentioning you? You always got my back. And she is the woman people say, you speak like Tom, like Deun, and it's all right. She's a big sis and she is one woman. When we catch up like fire, and we just go on. So many other women that I cannot mention, but I will be unveiling the people, the women in my circle of influence, and of course you'll be meeting them on this show one by one very soon. Dr. Melida Harris Barrow as well. She is based in Panama. She's another one of my influencers. And it's wonderful when you have people who are positive around you, people who can say to you, you know what, that was a slip, girl. Don't make that slip again. And people who can say, well done, girl, you're doing well. We all need people like that in our lives. And if you don't have them yet, you need to look deep into your network. Maybe you have to change that network, or maybe you have to change yourself. There must be something you need to change. And never be afraid to embrace change, because with change comes the lifting and the promotion. So embrace change, make use of change, and add to yourself. Whatever you do, I just want to encourage you. Do more and be more. You are as good as yesterday's performance. Today is a fresh day, a new slate, a new opportunity for you to showcase who you are and what you can do. This is Veronica Olabisi Obadara. I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this show, if you're watching with us live, and if you're just connecting after the show, thank you for watching. Help us to share and support what we do. I love you all. Take care of yourself. Bye. Tolu Akinyemi, a renowned poet, author, and performer, brings to us Dead Cats Don't Meow, a metrical masterpiece which invokes love and respect for life. Dead Cats Don't Meow is his fourth published work and third collection in his poetry. For the discerning series, after Dead Lions Don't Roar and Dead Dogs Don't Bark, Tolu shares his gift of writing with people far and wide. Recently, he received an endorsement as a writer with exceptional talent from the Arts Council England. Each poem examines a part of life, a sensation, a reaction, or an emotion. Individually, the verses breathe their own beat, while the collection knits together perfectly to present an idyllic anthology. Dead Cats Don't Meow is written to help you find your own voice in a world with a cacophony of voices. Join Tolu Akinyemi at one of the 4 events to celebrate the launch of Dead Cats Don't Meow. Thursday, April 4, 2019, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Poetry Cafe, the Poetry Society, 22 Betterton Street, Covent Garden, London. Saturday, April 13th, 2019, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Museum Center, Function Room, 8 and 9 Marina Road, Onikan, Lagos, Nigeria. Thursday, May 2, 2019, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The Lead and Feel, 23 Westgate Road, Newcastle upon Tyne. Thursday, May 9, 2019, 5:45 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. The Avenue Library and Learning Center, 9 Victoria Avenue East, Blackley, Manchester. RSVP, tolutoludo.com. Dead Cats Don't Meow will be available from April 4, 2019 from Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, eBay, Amazon, Pataba, and other outlets. It's also now available to pre-order on Amazon Kindle.
My daughter-in-law, so how are you planning for my son's birthday? I have to cook up for her. Do you people have ogirisi there? No? It's okay. Okay, let me call you back. Mama Chiji, okay. Hi, so wait a market. Please pack some ogirisi. I am going to visit my son. My daughter-in-law. It's arranged, but you must use original red oil to prepare the soup. What? I'll call you back. Mama Chijo, please include Isio Morocco. My daughter-in-law. Everything is now set. But don't forget that gold wristwatch I saw the last time I visited.
Now you can talk until you tire for just 11 kobo per second. Call all networks in Nigeria and 30 international destinations, including US, UK, China, Canada, and India for just 11 kobo per second. Dial *211# to activate.
That's Silk Boo-Boo.
The largest data network, Glow, Grandmasters of Data.